Lost dreams and survival tales from the world's saddest places. Some places have names that seem to suggest sorrow and despair. These names often come from the challenges faced by those who first settled there. Whether it's a remote mountain or a hidden village, these places remind us of the struggles of the past. Mount Hopeless, located in South Australia's Flinders Ranges, was named by English explorer Edward John Eyre in the 1840s. At the time, Eyre was leading a journey to find fertile lands for British settlers. Instead, he discovered salt lakes and empty landscapes. He couldn't help but name this place Mount Hopeless after his expedition ended in defeat. Although its name sounds sad, the mountain today helps scientists study rocks, and many desert animals such as kangaroos live around it. Last Chance is a small village in California, US. Its name is linked to people's ambitions of becoming rich. In 1850, a group of miners visited the area and decided it was their last chance to find gold. They found rich gold deposits, which led to the settlement of the village. Although the village is far away from everything and it snows heavily in the winter, Last Chance still stands as a symbol of hope for anyone seeking fortune in nature.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm your best partner ever,
Yes.
Laura.
Oh my gosh, look at us.
I know, we
like,
color coordinated
I
again.
know, accidentally as well. I know, although this is a happy thing, but today's article is not so happy. Yeah, because we're talking about something like, really sad places. Actually, it's called Lost Dreams and Survival Tales from the World's Saddest Places. Oh no.
But I love listening to the stories behind all this, right? 所以今天我们要讲到有点伤心、绝望山难言岛，一起细数地图上的心碎地名。Let's find out.
I know. Why are these names so sad? Well, let's take a look. It says here, some places have names that seem to suggest sorrow and despair. Okay, when we talk about sorrow and despair, let's take a look at these two words. Despair is a noun and it means the feeling of losing all hope. Okay, so it's super sad. Sorrow is also a noun and it means the feeling of deep, 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 deep sadness, especially because something bad happened. Okay, so for example, the horrible tsunami brought huge sorrow to those affected as many lives were lost.
Okay, we actually saw many words in the same sentence. 像是其中提到的动词 suggest 在这里是表示显示啊，或是有表示的意思哦。而 sorrow 刚刚 Tiffany 提到我们今天讲的课文有点 sad， 所以的确它就是 sadness 悲伤悲痛，它是一个名词。For example, she felt deep sorrow when her favorite K-pop group disbanded.
Oh no.
Okay, 那最后我们还看到也是一个伤心的字 despair 这个名词就是绝望
hopeless. So sad. Okay, next it says here, these names often come from the challenges faced by those who first settled there. Okay.
I get it. Okay. 所以我们提到的动词 settle 在这里表示是定居的意思哦。所以整句课文是说这些名称啊往往是来自最初定居的人定居者所面临的挑战。
Oh, okay. Sounds like it's going to be a really good story. All right. It also says whether it's a remote mountain or a hidden village, these places remind us of the struggles of the past. Okay. All right. So a few words here. First, we see the word remote. Remote is an adjective and it means a faraway place that maybe there aren't other people around. It's very isolated. So you're kind of by yourself. There's no one else around you. For example, this is true. Point Nemo is one of the most remote places in the world. It is the furthest point away from any land masses on Earth.
Super cute name. Okay. 那 remote 是什么呢？它就是偏远的、遥远的，它是一个形容词。像是我们常提到的荒岛啦，就是 remote island. For example, they traveled to a remote island where there was no Wi-Fi. Pure nightmare.
I know all the kids would be like, oh no, what's going on?
不能玩游戏
I know. Okay, next is we're going to be looking at one place though, sis,
Right.
here. Mount Hopeless. Located in South Australia's Flinders Ranges, was named by English explorer Edward John Eyre in the 1840s. Oh my God, it's in Australia. Oh my God.
Aussie.
Let's take a look at the word explorer. Explorer is a noun and it is a person who travels to places where few people have been before or places that are unknown to them. And what they want to do is they want to find out more about those places. Now, of course, we know some famous explorers like Christopher Columbus, who discovered the Americas or North America especially. And if you've heard of Marco Polo, not the game, hey, that's also a famous explorer. Okay, we can also use explorer in a sentence like this. Robin is an explorer by heart. She loves to travel the world and discover new places.
刚刚课文有看到 mount 这个字哦，它其实是 mountain 的缩写，常常跟山名连用。而 Flinders Ranges 则是南澳大利亚州的 Flinders 山脉哦，是世界上最古老的山脉之一哦，以壮观的红岩景观闻名。Wow, I've never been there. Okay, so explorer 是什么呢？就是探险家啦，它是一个名词。For example, the little boy pretended to be an explorer searching for treasure under the couch.
So cute.
Super cute. OK, 所以课文是说南澳大利亚的 Flinders 的山脉绝望山，也就是 Mount Hopeless， 是由英国的 explorer， 就是刚刚我们提到的 Edward John Eyre 于1840年代命名的哦。
Yeah, such a long time ago. And it sounds like a super cool place to visit though. Okay, but anyways, let's continue reading more about this mountain. It says, at the time, Eyre was leading a journey to find fertile lands for British settlers. Okay, so fertile is just a place where the ground, they help the plants grow very well. So they want to, do some agriculture there. They want to farm and stuff.
OK， 所以 fertile 这个形容词就是有肥沃的这样的意思哦。所以课文是说，当时呢，这个 Eyre 正在带领一场探险，希望为这个英国的移居者，那我们是用 settler 这个字呢，寻找肥沃的土地哦。Nice.
Yeah, you need that, of course. You need, of course, good land to grow crops and food. And of course, you need water. So that's why he's like, let me go here and let me see if I can find something. Did he find it? Well, here it says, instead, he discovered salt lakes and empty landscapes. He couldn't help but name this place Mount Hopeless after his expedition ended in defeat. That's actually kind of cute, don't you think?
I know. It's not that sad, but it's like hopeless.
Yeah,
I didn't find what I want.
Exactly. It's not good to settle here. Okay, we saw the word landscape. Landscape is a noun, and it's the things you see when you look across a large piece of land. So these are things like rivers, mountains, or forests. These are more natural landscapes, of course. But, humans, of course, have made cities and built skyscrapers and a lot of other amazing buildings. So when we see a city view, we can also call that an urban landscape. Okay, kind of fun, right? For example, we can use landscape in a sentence like this. The director wanted to find an empty, rugged landscape to use as the setting for his next movie.
Wow, OK. Landscape 是什么呢？它是一个名词哦，有地形啊、地貌还有景色的意思哦。For example, she stopped hiking just to take photos of the beautiful mountain landscape.
Ooh, that's so mean.
Now, of course, here we also saw today's language in focus. So let's check it out. 我们来看一下今天的 language in focus， 要教大家是主词加 can't or couldn't help but 后面接动词哦。这个句型是用来表达无法停止什么什么，或是忍不住如何如何。那其实这个句型可以代换如下哦：主词加上 can't or couldn't help but 后面接动词等于主词加 can't or couldn't help 后面要接动词 ing。那看回课文，我们先来了解一下它的意思，它是怎么用 couldn't help 呢？他说 He couldn't help but name this place Mount Hopeless after his expedition ended in defeat。整句意思就是，当探险家 艾尔的探险以失败告终后，他忍不住将这个地方命为绝望山啊。OK， 那我们来举个生活的例子，大家可能会比较清楚这个用法。For example, she couldn't help but laugh when she saw the funny video. 那你可以这样代换或是改写 She couldn't help laughing when she saw the funny video. 意思就是她看到这部搞笑的影片忍不住大笑啊。另一个类似的句型就是主词加上 have no choice but 那我们后面接不定词to 再加 v 是用来强调别无选择只能如何如何。For example, it started raining heavily, so we had no choice but to stay inside. 雨下得很大，我们只能待在室内啊。
All right, so let's also take a look at the word expedition. It's an organized journey with a particular purpose, usually to discover more about an unknown place. So it's like a more planned kind of thing, okay? Here we also saw the word defeat. Defeat is a noun and it means the failure to win or be successful. So for example, we can say, after fighting for 8 rounds, Mike admitted defeat and Juan was crowned the new boxing champion.
OK, so expedition 是什么呢？其实它就是探险啊、考察，它是一个名词哦。Defeat 则是失败的意思啦，它也是一个名词哦。For example, the basketball team suffered a crushing defeat. But at least they got free pizza afterward.
Hey, not bad, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here the article then says, although its name sounds sad, the mountain today helps scientists study rocks and many desert animals such as kangaroos live around it. Oh my gosh, so cute. I know.
所以虽然这座山的名字听起来很悲伤啊，但如今啊，它帮助科学家研究岩石以及许多生活在它的周围的沙漠动物，像是 kangaroos 袋鼠 jellies.
So cute. That's such an Aussie animal, by the way.
Super cute.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at another place.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here, this name is very kind of cute and kind of shows despair as well.
Right.
It says Last Chance. It's a small village in California, US. Its name is linked to people's ambitions of becoming rich. Ooh, money, money, money. Let's take a look at the phrase to be linked to something or somebody. When you're linked to something or somebody, it just means it's connected or associated with another thing. We also saw the word ambition here. It's a noun and it means something that you want to do or achieve very, very much. So for example, we can say, one of Marie's lifelong ambitions is to build a home for underprivileged children.
Be linked to something or somebody 就是与什么什么相关哦。For example, lack of sleep is linked to bad moods and extra trips to the coffee shop. 因为没有精神嘛。OK, ambition 这个名词呢，就是抱负啊、野心。那我们常常会用 ambition of， 然后doing something 就是做某事的抱负或是野心。For example, she has the ambition of winning a gold medal in the Olympics someday.
Wow, I know. Good job. Okay, let's learn more about Last Chance. It says, in 1850, a group of miners visited the area and decided it was their last chance to find gold. Okay, that's kind of fun. A miner is basically a person who mines or digs for things like coal, diamonds, gold, precious gems underneath the ground.
那你可以偷吗？
还好呀 Put it in your pocket.
对啊 miner 是谁呢？就是矿工，它是一个名词哦。所以课文是说啊，1850年，一群矿工来到这个地区，并决定这是他们寻找黄金的 last chance。最后机会。
Yeah, so let's see if they really found it. It says here they found rich gold deposits, which led to the settlement of the village. Oh, that's great. A deposit, okay, here it means layers of substance, usually like mineral or metal, etc., that has formed naturally underneath the ground. Okay, so if they found gold deposits, it means that this land is naturally full of gold. Okay, we also saw the phrase lead to something, and it means to cause something to happen or exist. So basically because A, B happens.
OK，deposit 我们先来看这个字哦，它就是矿床，它是一个名词哦。那 lead to something 就是促成啊，导致。我们来举个例子会更清楚。Too much junk food can lead to unexpected weight gain and regret.
Totally. Okay, so here it says, although the village is far away from everything and it snows heavily in the winter, Last Chance still stands as a symbol of hope for anyone seeking fortune in nature. Oh my gosh, is it too late for us to go there?
OK， 那我们来先看一下动词 stand 在本课的意思是矗立哦，所以尽管这座村庄与世隔绝，冬天又大雪纷飞 ，Last Chance 就是最后的机会的村呢，仍然矗立于此，象征着所有在大自然中寻找财富的人的希望啊。Wow, I really love today's article.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad, I think, Last Chance. So
对呀
I wouldn't mind
而且它的
visiting.
名字我觉得还是 OK， 就是这是你最后机会要做这件事情的
I
感
know,
觉。
it's not so sad, right?
OK， 所以大家喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook 哦。
Yay! And you know what that means? It's now time for us for our For You
chat.
chat. Okay, our question for today is, what are some places near you that you suggest sadness? Why?
Near us,
Yeah, what do you
okay.
think?
I can't think of one, but do you want to mention maybe one?
Okay,
And then I'll think of something.
Okay, well, I know like in Taiwan, like Jimenmatsu area, there's a lot of fighting that goes on around there. So I know there's a lot of abandoned military bunkers or landmine warnings or war memorials reminding us things of the past. I thought of another, in Matsu.
Okay, you're going to say something really scary now?
I thought of something really, really sad though. It just popped up in my head. It's the Aokigahara Forest. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's also known as Suicide Forest in
不要
Japan.
听这个，好难过。What happened?
Oh, basically, it's a very, very beautiful place. So they got the nickname the Sea of Trees, and it's just northwest of Mount Fuji. So we can imagine it's very beautiful. In the winter, there's caves. It's filled with ice, and it feels like you're really kind of isolated there sometimes. But maybe that feeling of isolation and solitude makes you feel very sad, and a lot of people kind of want to end their lives there.
Okay, don't do that, guys.
I know, don't do that. And also in Japanese culture, they believe there's a lot of like yurei, which are like
幽灵
ghosts that live there. So yeah, a lot of people go there to do those kind of things. But yeah, anyways, your life is very, very precious. So please don't do that if you feel sad. Please talk to someone.
Now that you mentioned Japan, I thought of this. In Spirited Away, 神隐少女, the abandoned town, Chihiro and her parents find, suggests sadness, right? It's empty and lifeless, symbolizing lost innocence. And remember how Chihiro's parents turned into pigs after eating without permission? The town's isolation reflects their greed and the helplessness Chihiro feels. So I think that scene kind of feels spooky and sad, showing the difference between a lively place and the sadness of their situation.
Oh, that's actually a really good one. I love that.
I love that example. And it's not near us, but maybe we could go there one day and visit.
All right, so do you guys know any sad places? Or what's a sad place for you? You can share with us and leave it in the comments. Yeah, but that's all the time that we have for today. We do have more places to show you in our other days, so don't forget to stay tuned. See you. Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Sorrow. After the big earthquake, people came together to share their sorrow and support each other. Remote. The ship sailed for a week and arrived at a remote island in the middle of the ocean. Explorer. Centuries ago, European explorers traveled across the oceans of the world to find new land. Landscape. The landscape here is full of small hills and forests. It's a great place for hiking. Defeat. The basketball team's defeat shocked fans, as everyone had expected the team to win the game easily. Ambition. Jack has the ambition of becoming a great doctor. So he studies hard every day to achieve his dream.
智慧小补帖。
Despair, fertile, expedition, minor, deposit,